According to the National Electrical Code, or NEC, specifically NEC 250.130, metal raceways, cable trays, cable bus, and metal enclosures for conductors shall be grounded. NEC 250.112 allows for the use of a single grounding conductor for multiple raceways if all the raceways are terminated in the same enclosure. In the scenario with 4 alternating current units on a building, where 2 units utilize number 8 3-phase 208-volt wiring and 2 units utilize number 10 3-phase 208-volt wiring, along with a 120 volts ground fault interrupt outlet for maintenance, and both are run in 1-inch conduits, the question arises whether a single green ground wire is sufficient for both conduits, or if a separate ground wire is required for each conduit when both terminate in the same enclosure. The conduits in question are Schedule 40 polyvinyl chloride or PVC with galvanized rigid conduit or GRC 90-degree bends. Setting aside the dilating factor due to the wire being oversized per unit, the answer hinges on whether one ground wire can serve both pipes or if 2 are necessary, 1 for each pipe. In this case, since both conduits terminate in the same enclosure, 1 ground wire for both conduits is sufficient. Since both conduits are metal and terminate in the same enclosure, a single number 10 green grounding conductor can be used to ground both conduits and the enclosure. The grounding conductor should be sized according to the largest wire in either conduit, which is number 8 American wire gauge or AWG. The dilating factor does not affect the grounding wire size in this case because the wire is already oversized for the units it is serving. Therefore, a single grounding conductor can serve the purpose. It is important to understand the requirements outlined in the NEC to ensure electrical installations are safe and compliant. This includes properly grounding metal raceways and enclosures to minimize the risk of electrical shock and equipment damage. When multiple raceways terminate in the same enclosure, the NEC allows for a single grounding conductor to be used, provided that it is adequately sized for the largest conductor in the raceways. This can simplify the grounding process and reduce the number of conductors required. However, it is crucial to verify that the grounding conductor is properly connected to all raceways in the enclosure to ensure effective grounding. The size of the grounding conductor must be determined based on the size of the largest ungrounded conductor in the raceways. The NEC provides tables that specify the minimum size of the grounding conductor based on the size of the ungrounded conductors. It is essential to consult these tables and select the appropriate grounding conductor size to meet the code requirements. In the given scenario, the largest conductor is number 8 American wire gauge, so the grounding conductor must be sized accordingly. Additionally, it is important to ensure that the grounding conductor is properly installed and connected to all raceways in the enclosure. This includes using appropriate grounding clamps and connectors to create a secure and reliable connection. The grounding conductor should be run in a manner that minimizes the risk of damage or disconnection. It should be protected from physical damage and securely supported along its length. Furthermore, it is crucial to verify that the grounding system is properly tested and inspected to ensure that it is functioning correctly. This includes conducting continuity tests to verify that the grounding conductor is properly connected to all raceways in the enclosure. It also includes conducting ground impedance tests to verify that the grounding system is effective in providing a low impedance path to ground. By following these guidelines and adhering to the NEC requirements, it is possible to safely and effectively ground multiple raceways terminating in the same enclosure using a single grounding conductor. This can simplify the grounding process, reduce the number of conductors required, and ensure that the electrical installation is safe and compliant. In summary, when dealing with multiple conduits terminating in the same enclosure, a single grounding conductor can be used to ground all conduits in the enclosure, provided that the grounding conductor is adequately sized for the largest conductor in the raceways and is properly installed and connected. It is essential to consult the NEC and follow all applicable codes and standards to ensure that the grounding system is safe, effective, and compliant. This involves carefully selecting the appropriate grounding conductor size, using proper grounding clamps and connectors, and verifying that the grounding system is properly tested and inspected. By following these guidelines, it is possible to safely and effectively ground multiple raceways terminating in the same enclosure using a single grounding conductor.